Welcome from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Griffin Canning. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go? Here's the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. He was late there, strike one.
0-1.
Late swing, foul to the left. Got him swinging.
Second.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball one, no strike.
One down, base is empty. Now 1-1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a foul straight back. One out, base is empty. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a breaking ball misses outside. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
Brendan Donovan.
So up next, Brendan Donovan. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Man at first, one away.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Swings and pulls it foul to the right side.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Runner on the go. Hit in the air, left field. 2 down. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Contreras leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Hit on the ground softly to short. Lindor handles, throws to first. Third out. No runs on no hits, no errors, and one left on base. On to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. Back here with my pal Singy. On the mound for this one, Steven Matz. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Bottom of the first, Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
Francisco Lindor.
And that's in there at the knees.
0-1's the count. Ball one.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now it's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. On the inside corner for a strike.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Misses inside. And the count is 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That pitch just misses the inside corner, and that's ball 2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Breaking ball inside. 1-0.
First two hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Swings and chases a low one there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is downstairs. That's a little bit low. 2 outs, base is empty. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. 2 outs. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here at Citi
Leading off
Field,
for
all
St.
set for the
Louis,
start of
the
the inning.
designated
Now
hitter,
it's the
Alec
DH,
Burleson.
Alec Burleson. Canning, a 6'2 righty, 28 years old. And he was a second-round pick back in 2017. Canning back to work. And the slider just misses.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Next offering is in for a strike. Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one is going to go. His first homer of the year, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. Elevated fastballs, especially away, are like putting the ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, and he was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
Jordan Walker getting ready to hit. That one outside. Ball one.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Here's Nolan Gorman.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
And that skips into dirt.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
That one almost got him. One down, base is empty. Pitch misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Downstairs, and that's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Digging in, Pedro Pajes. That clips the corner. Gorman leads off first with 1 away. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. battling here as he fouls it away. Here's the 0-2.
That's a ball.
In the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. That's a ball.
This one in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
He just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And now here is Victor Scott. And there's a foul ball. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. That one
ball,
way
2
inside.
strikes.
Two outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Ground ball right side. Baden. They take the force out, and that is the inning. One for the Cardinals on the solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here in Queens,
Leading
and now
off
it's
for
Mark
the Mets,
Vientos.
third baseman, Mark Vientos.
And a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count. Ball 1.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Missed with a changeup. Now 2-2. Next offering misses down and away. Liner snagged it first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Just missed.
1-1.
And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Starling Marte up to hit. Fouled off down the right side. On the ground, could be two. There's one.
Out.
Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Mets nothing. And we're back.
Leading
New
off
inning
for the
getting started.
Cardinals.
Now the left
Left
fielder,
fielder,
Lars
Lars
Nootbaar. That one fouled off. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
He goes down looking.
Well, he throws him with the changeup right there, and I think he was so geared up for fastball. Once he recognized that it was off speed, he just wasn't able to make an adjustment. So a really good strikeout, and pitcher just won the battle.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Torrens hauls it in, 2 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. So Nolan Arenado now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Arenado stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. That one missed. Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he's got a double. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
So 2 on with 2 away. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. Just missed.
Ball 1.
And that is downstairs. And it's 2-1.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Headed towards the corner. Marte grabs it on the run. 2 left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Mets nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the 3rd. And stepping in for New York, Luis Torrens. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike. him out looking.
Oh, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat off of his shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
Brett Beatty now at the plate. Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Waste no time there. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
One down. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Tyrone Taylor. In the dirt. And it's 1-0. Tying run is at first here in the last half of the third. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Fouled off. He was late. The 1-2. And that's outside. On the ground left side. 6 to second. Pulls him off the bag.
Well, every double play turn starts with getting one, and even though these players work on these plays during batting practice over and over again, sometimes at game speed you can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get nothing.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Francisco Lindor will hit next. Struck out swinging, leading off the bottom of the first. The shortstop takes the ball.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And fouled off.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Mets, designated hitter, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto now went down on strikes his first time through.
How many times have we seen an early at bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
And that drops in for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. And he beats it. He's safe.
Now batting, first baseman Pete Alonso.
So bases all loaded up. Here's Pete Alonso. Struck out swinging his first time. Slapped the other way, foul. Baden at third. Taylor at second. Soto on at first with 2 down. That's in there. And the count is 0-2.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. Mets leave them loaded. They still trail 1-0. Back here at Citi Field. And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker. This to center field. And he pulls up on it, and that's a hit.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. A little bit low.
Nope.
And that is ball
Ball
one.
one, no strike.
Runner at first with no outs here. Ground ball, could be two. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw and save. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
Now batting, catcher Pedro.
I think he just rushed that one. Great chance to turn two, and as an infielder on a play like that, I think guys can get a little excited and forget to make the play one step at a time. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get none.
First and second, no outs. And up next for St. Louis, Pedro Pajes. That one misses,
outside.
And that's ball one. First and second here, no outs. That's off the mark. 2 balls, no strikes. This to third, and it stays fair. Walker is waved home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Victor Scott. He's 0 for 1. Fought off foul. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. Top half of inning number 4. And 1-2.
Inside.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
So digging in, Lars Nootbaar, 0 for 2 in this one. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. One out. Runners at first and second. Outside low, and it's a ball and a strike.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Up and in. Now 2 balls and a strike.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, just trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
2 on, 1 out. Popped up to the left into foul ground. And a foul ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. In the air out to center. Taylor hustling after it. Makes the grab on the run. 2 away.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
That one the other way. That's a hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Griffin Cannon done for the night, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
a new
the New York
pitcher in the
Mets.
game, Clay Holmes.
Number 35.
He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now up for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. 1 for 2. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Yo, 1. Up the middle. They get the force. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, but 2 are left stranded. And midway in the 4th, it's the Cardinals 3 and the Mets nothing. Back here in Queens,
Leading
John
off
Sciambi
for
and
the
Chris
Mets,
Singleton with you.
third
And leading
baseman,
off the bottom of the
Mark
4th, Mark
Vientos.
Vientos. On the ground right side, and that's just foul.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, left fielder
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Ball 1.
In the dirt, blocked.
1-0.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And that's in for a strike. And the count 1-1. And that drops in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout
Now
on the hill.
batting, the right
Here's
fielder,
Starling Marte.
Starling Marte.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Vientos leads off first with 1 away. And that one almost got him.
Strike.
Kicks and fires. Pitch misses there. 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
On the ground to third. Arenado fires to second for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Mets nothing. And we're back.
Leading off
Nato
for the
comes in to
Cardinals,
take
third
his cuts.
baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Holmes, the tall righty, 245 pounds, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2011. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Nimmo hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, the
Alec
designated
Burleson
hitter, Alec
next up for the
Burleson.
Cardinals. He's already homered in this game. First pitch misses. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Just missed. Next pitch misses way outside. There's the strike. 95 of that one.
3-2.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. One down, base is empty. Ripped to short. Lindor on to first. And 2 away now.
Now batting, right fielder, Jordan Walker.
2 down, base is empty. Jordan Walker, the next to hit. Slider misses outside. That's in there. That's strike one. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Redbirds down quietly, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. Mets back to work. And that's outside.
Well, these Mets, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back. Gone. He sends a rocket to left, and they cut into the lead. It's 3-1.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ballgame.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Steven Matz is done, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length, back with a new arm after this. Sonny Gray comes on now.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
And next for the Mets, Brett Beatty. A single his first time. That misses the zone. 1-0.
Ball one, no strike.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering is in for a strike. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2-1 now. And that one missing low. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper.
3-1 count. Saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get me over breaking ball to bring the count full.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
So up next, Tyrone Taylor. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And ball 1.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance, and that one hops the wall. Throw comes in, runner stopped, second and third, nobody out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. Swing a high fly ball, deep left field. Nootbaar in a dead sprint. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Fly ball down the line. Walker sizing this one up. Makes the grab. Both runners tagging. Throw is offline, and he scores. And they trail by 1.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Here's Juan Soto.
You have to find a way to score the runner from third, especially with less than 2 outs. Wait for the pitch you want and hit it as hard as you can.
That's too low. Ball 1. And another ball. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is 3-1.
1 strike.
And that one fouled off. 1 away with a runner at third. Line drive, base hit. In from third is a tying run. And it's an RBI single. Back even. It's 3-3.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So digging in, Pete Alonso. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And that is out of play. And that one fouled off. And the polar bear strikes out.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Late cutting action to get the swing and miss right there. I mean, that's just really hard to account for as a hitter when you're seeing the fastball all the way, and then just at the last moment, it darts away from you and you can't reach it.
Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. First pitch just misses. And a foul ball. Swing and a ball softly hit out into left center. He's got it, and that will end the inning. 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 a solo shot. 5 innings complete. All tied up at 3 apiece. Back here at Citi Field, top 6. Now it's the second baseman, Nolan Gorman. That's through there for a strike. Action in the Mets bullpen. A.J. Minter, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. Garrett also getting ready. The 0-1. And there's a ball.
That's down.
Tap foul at the plate.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Hammer, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
All over that one right there. Really good
Now
swing
batting,
right there. He got a pitch
catcher,
that he knew he could
Pedro
handle,
Paez.
allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Go ahead run on base. And now the Cardinals catcher, Pedro Paez. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Late swing, fouled off. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Outside.
2 strikes.
Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. First and second, no outs. Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. Corner infielders up on the grass expecting a bunt. Squares, pushes at it, misses it. It's a strike, 0-1. Go ahead run at second, and we're the top half of the 6th. Shortened the bunt and missed it, and it's 0-2. And that's downstairs and outside. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. No outs, runners at first and second. Got him. And that is a big first out.
Now batting, left fielder, Lars
Next up for the
Newton.
Cardinals, a pair of strikeouts, and he's flied to center. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit. At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Not
One
close
ball,
with that
2
one,
strikes.
and it's 1-2. Stays alive. Two on, 1 out. In the dirt. Throw, save, and both runners move up on the wild pitch.
Got to take advantage of this opportunity now because of the wild pitch. They've got 2 runners in scoring position. Good time for the hitter to lock in, put the ball in play hard somewhere.
To the right side. Throws to first in time. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Now batting, the first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Here's Contreras now.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one almost got him. High fly ball, right field. And that is that. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6. And the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Mets 3. Back here in Queens, here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. That misses, and it's 1-0. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Number 49, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. King, a left-hander, also throwing. Swing and a foul out of play. Ripped to third and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter.
Now
Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Now it's the right fielder, Starling Marte. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. And that one popped in the air, left field. Nootbaar makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, catcher, Luis
And now the
Torres.
catcher comes up to hit. Luis Torrens. He's already homered here in this one. That missed by a lot. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Just a weak fly ball this time. Nootbaar brings it in with a nice running grab. Pitching change here, Danny Young.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit.
Now
Classic
pitching for the
bullpen
New York
move right
Mets.
here, so we'll see how it
Number
works out.
81, Danny Young.
And the batter will be
Leading
the
off
shortstop,
for St.
Brendan
Louis.
Donovan.
Shortstop,
1
Brendan
for 3.
Donovan.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Out to short, Lindor sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And a swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Next
1
offering
ball,
way off
2
the plate.
strikes.
And a sweeper misses for a ball. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Cardinals, the designated hitter, Alec Burleson.
So now here's the DH, Alec Burleson. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. That clips the corner. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That's a little bit low.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Foul ball. And they'll do it again. And it remains 2-2.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. St. Louis goes down in order. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. And it remains a 4-3 game.
Now pitching for
We're
St.
back
Louis.
in a new pitcher here to start
Number
the bottom
49.
of the 7th. Number 49.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Brett Beatty
Leading
up now
off
for the Mets.
2nd baseman, Brett Beatty.
And fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one at the knees for a strike. Next offering misses, and the count 1-2. That one to first. Contreras. The flip to the pitcher covering, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Good slider
Now
inside
batting,
right there.
the center
Batter
fielder,
fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the
Taylor.
ground ball.
And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. And there's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Ball 1 there. That's to 3rd. Arenado to first in time. And that quickly to
Now
away.
batting,
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter up front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Here's Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Yeah, that's fouled off. Oh, what a stop. Throws from the seat of his pants. On the money. Nice play.
Well, that's cat-like reflexes over there at the hot corner. Nice job of making that play and ending the inning.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Mets.
and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the eighth.
75.
Reed Garrett.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well,
Leading
one-run
off
game.
for St.
Jordan
Louis,
Walker
right fielder
digs in
Jordan
now.
Walker.
First
Count
pitch,
1-0.
not close.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
And that's in the dirt. Ripped on the ground to second. Beatty to first.
He's out.
Leadoff man is out here in the eighth.
Up next for the Cardinals, second baseman Nolan Gorman.
Nolan Gorman getting ready to hit. In the air, left field. Nimmo hauls it in for the out. And there's two down.
Now batting, catcher Pedro Pajes.
2 outs, base is empty. Pedro Pajes will hit next. Clips the corner, strike one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. A.J. Minter, the left-hander, up and throwing. Senga getting cranked up as well. That's inside.
That's inside.
The other way,
That
and it
ball's
goes
foul.
just foul. And a swing and a miss. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Redbirds down quietly, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, John
Now
King.
pitching for St.
These are
Louis.
the spots relievers
Number
really make a
47.
name for themselves.
John
Late
King.
and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off
So now
for
the DH
Mets,
spot, Juan Soto.
designated hitter,
A lot of times you're looking for a
Juan
guy
Soto.
to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
In the air, center field. Scott settles underneath it. And a quick out, number one.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking
Now
ball
batting,
right
the
there.
first
Lucky
baseman,
it stayed in the
Pete
ballpark.
Alonso.
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Ryan Helsley, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Holding on to a one-run lead here, the bottom half of the eighth inning. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Next offering is down low. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
One down, base is empty. Got him. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Now the batter now, Mark Vientos. That one missed.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
2 balls, no strike.
And a foul ball. A changeup missing. And that's ball 3. Brandon Nimmo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Two outs. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. Down in order go the Mets. Score holds at 4-3. All set to start the 9th in this one. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Victor Scott. Garrett back to work. First pitch swinging, stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Ryan Stanek getting ready to go. Next offering is downstairs. The 1-1 is fouled off. Up the middle. Lindor whips it to first on the run. And they get the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Lars Nootbaar. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Throw to first, and it pulls him off the bag.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
One gone, runner at first. And up next for St. Louis, Wilson Contreras. Slides, but he can't come up with it. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Brendan Donovan next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a ball lifted left field. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
So now it's Nolan Arenado, 1 for 4 with a double. That one out to right. And it drops in. Now a long throw home. Dives in, beats the tag. He scores. It's 5-3. First and second, 2 outs. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
One and one.
Line drive, and that's a base hit. Contreras headed home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. So much a good hit. He is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Reed Garrett won't go any further tonight. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
the Mets with a new arm on the mound, Kodai Senga.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Now up for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1.
Two on, 2 outs. Swinging a foul straight back. In the air, right side. And that is that. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits, 1 error, but 2 are left stranded. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Mets 3. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Ryan Helsley.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Helsley.
Now at the plate, Brandon Nimmo. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And that one is downstairs. Now 2-0.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Fires across the diamond. 1 out, bottom of the 9th.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air. Maybe drive it into the gap.
He's 2 outs away. So up next for New York, Starling Marte. 0 for 3 in this one. That one in triple digits. Helsley, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Here's your 1. This one popped up. Donovan makes the catch for the out.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find
next,
it, doesn't
for
have the
the
control
Mets,
and command that day,
catcher,
you pretty
Luis
much forget about it.
Torrens.
So they're down to their final out. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. Fastball for a strike. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Swing and a
No ball,
miss. 0-2.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
One strike away. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.